안녕.
Damn, this mic dusty as fuck. Let's pretend this isn't the first video I'm recording in months and just proceed to business as usual. If you ever wondered what I would do if I had money, Megan Thee Stallion is a pretty spot-on example of what that would look like. This is pretty much what happens when you give weeb money. My time will come. Megan Thee Stallion is someone I hope needs no introduction, but just to be safe and to keep it simple, she's an American rapper born in Texas. I first heard of her through her song Savage that blew up on TikTok back in 2020, during that era which we shall never name again, because it still feels like a fever dream. After that, I could not get away from her. Not that I was trying to, anyways. This isn't a deep dive into her career, so let's just jump 4 years ahead into right now. She dropped another album recently, like less than a month ago maybe, and one of the songs that gained a lot of popularity was Mamushi, featuring Yuki Chiba, a Japanese rapper. On the 9th of this month, she dropped a music video for the song, currently at 9.3 million views at the time of me recording this. It's been like 4 days. I especially enjoyed watching this because me personally, I love when music videos tell a full story. Super fancy camera works and like really pretty sets are fucking cool, and like, yeah, not to dog on it, but I always prefer whenever the music video shows a narrative. That's why I Need You and Run by BTS is one of my favorite music videos from them. But yeah, not to say that like if it doesn't have a narrative it's lesser than. Let's not be silly. I just stated a preference. Word on the street is that the music video for Mamushi is telling the story of Nure Onna, a Japanese folklore character. And I thought, ooh, that's fun, let's look into that. I need video ideas, I need to get something out. It hasn't been almost 5 months since I last recorded a video. So, Nure Onna translates directly to wet woman in Japanese. For her appearance, she has the head of a woman and the body of a serpent. There are 2 variations to her look, one without arms and another with a pair of human-like arms, though I'm not sure which one is more popular, but both are accepted. Her long black hair sticks to her face and her body, so she constantly looks like she's wet, hence the name. And she also lurks by the water all the time. That's where she hunts and searches for her victims. Kinda random, but what I found quite interesting about this character was that she's usually portrayed to be quite ugly. Because whenever I read about mythical creatures that are presented as women, they're more likely to be extremely beautiful in order to lure mostly their male victims. For example, mermaids, selkies, and most famously, sirens. So I just thought that was an interesting difference and comparison. In the Mamushi music video, Megan transforms into a large snake and devours her male victims. She didn't have her head on the snake's body like Nure Onna, so I wondered why people said that this music video was based off of that. So I decided to do my own research and see if it checks out. So I looked into some other snake-inspired Japanese yokai. So starting with Yamamoto no Orochi. Orochimaru? Sorry. So yes, starting with Yamamoto no Orochi, the appearance doesn't fit at all. It's a massive monster with dragon-like body and 8 long serpent heads. I think it was also in Dragon Ball Z, and if I'm not mistaken, One Punch Man? But that could be fake news. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, immediately scrapping that guy. Another one, it's... what is that? Tsuchinoko? Tsusu... Yeah. Tsuchinoko. He also doesn't match the appearance at all. The serpent that Megan had transformed into was like this large giant snake, but then for Tsuchinoko the appearance is like a short, fat, little chunky fella that can jump. That's his whole thing. He can jump, apparently. I'm pretty sure there's even a Pokemon based off of that. Again, don't quote me, that could be false allegations, false information. There is also Benzayan, but she's a goddess and she brings wealth, fortune, love, music, etc. So she's not really the luring humans and like eating them type the way that Megan was in her music video, so scratch that. So out of all the serpent-inspired yokai that I saw, the only other closest one that I saw was Uamabi, which translates to giant snake or great serpent. And as the name would suggest, it's literally just a giant snake. And it eats a lot, like a lot, and humans are included in that diet. And also it drinks a lot of sake. That's its whole thing. It's a big snake that eats a lot and drinks a lot of sake. Tangent. I recently tried sake for the first time and I didn't expect it to actually be really tasty. Like I expected it to be like a bitter, burning vodka whiskey flavor thing that's not really pleasant to the taste bud, but actually it's really sweet and it comes in a lot of different flavors, similar to soju. So I don't blame the uwabambi for being an alcoholic. I get it. Sake is bussin'. Bruh, I keep saying uwabambi. It's not Bambi. Uwabambi. Bami. Uwa means big, bami means snake. The more you know. Anyways, back to the topic. Even though the snake in the Mamushi music video is also a big snake and is closer to the appearance of Uwabami, the story and the theme of the music video doesn't really fit that much. On top of Uwabami being like he/him coded, and the themes aren't really similar. Let me elaborate. So Uwabami uses brute force to ambush and consume their prey, us. While Nure Onna instead disguises herself as a helpless mother holding her baby. She asks the passerby to hold the child so that she can rest, and if they agree and they take the baby into their hands, it ends up turning into a really heavy boulder so they can't move, leaving them completely open for her to attack, kill, and eat them. Now, clearly, it's different from Mamushi music video, but the main point is that Megan also uses like more sly tricks to get her victims. She appears harmless and seductive to lower the victim's guard, and then boom, she eats them. Also, another big point that I completely forgot to mention, Uwabami dwells in the wilderness and in the mountains, while Nureonna dwells near the water, like I mentioned earlier. And Mamushi takes place in an onsen, and Megan is literally like slithering around in the water like a snake before she turns into one herself. So yeah, in conclusion and through the process of elimination, I do also agree that this story is based off of Nureonna. It could also not be, and Megan was just like doing her own thing. We don't really know that for sure, but like it's fun to speculate about stuff like this. Also, not fully related, but I personally was quite curious about the meaning of the ending of the music video where she has like an army of blue samurai around her and they're like thug walking and shit. I thought that perhaps there was a time period in Japan where the samurai or the ninjas would like paint their faces blue to help them blend into the night more. Apparently not, but I think it was a fair guess. I did some research about it, but the only thing I was able to find was an article from Glamour magazine claiming that it was a reference to Akira Kurosawa's film Dreams. Luckily, I was able to find the movie for free on YouTube, of all places. No, I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. Fuck no. But I did skim through the whole thing in ×2 speed, and I didn't see not one thing or visual about a blue-faced warrior. So do with that information what you will. Maybe they talked about it instead, but didn't like show it. I don't know. Whatever. Lies. It's all lies.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
I was taking a screen recording to add to the video, and I managed to find it. So I guess if I had sat my ass down and watched the whole fucking thing, I wouldn't have said all that bullshit in the first place. So yeah, I suppose Glamour magazine was onto something when they said that this part was based off of Akira Kurosawa's film Dreams. Though they said it was an animated film, but over here, as you can see, it's live action. Either way, that answers my question about what this scene must have been referencing. Because I said before, this part of the music video was my favorite because I found it really cool. So it's nice to know. The more you know. Let's just take a look. Let's just take a second to appreciate it. The visuals, the swag. She ate a little bit too hard, I fear. Anyways, that is all for this video. Go stream Mamushi music video. It's so fun. She's so fucking hot. It's so good. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, leave a like and a comment and subscribe for more random shit. See ya. Bam.